era España.
Una cucaracha.
Ganoncho.
Un pussyfangana.
Ah, je te déteste.
沖縄はどこですか？
沖縄どこですか？はい、違いますね。はい、次。
Oui. I think that it's important for you to know a language other than your own because it can help you connect with a person on a different level.
Was gefällt dir?
Fußball gefällt mir.
I want them to become world citizens, not just a citizen of their own community.
We all experience the same things. We all have the same basic wants and needs.
Что вы думаете, можно увидеть в
You
Санкт-Петербурге?
get to speak with people that you might not have been able to speak with before, learn a little bit more about their culture. It could change your life, learning more about how somebody else lives their life. So I think it's vital.
My name is Leslie Birkland. I teach levels 1 through 6 in Japanese at Lake Washington High School. The lesson is about New Year's and everything that's related to Japanese New Year's. The main goal for today's lesson was culture, and that was to introduce the products, the practices, and the comparison between various cultures and their practices at the end of the year compared to the Japanese New Year.
To expose each of her 32 students to a variety of the products and practices surrounding the Japanese New Year, Ms. Birkland will divide her class into 2 sections. 4 groups of 4 students each will work together to become experts in one aspect of the New Year's celebrations. These students will eventually share their knowledge when they jigsaw into new groups of 4. During this group discussion period, the other 16 students will be playing a number of authentic Japanese New Year's games and activities. Eventually, the class will switch from front to back, giving all students a chance to be involved in each set of activities.
I usually do this at the beginning of the year because New Year's is such a big holiday that I do want to devote quite a bit of time to it during class. As the students came into the classroom, I asked them to sit down. And then I designated one student to begin class.
はい、それでは始めましょう。
始めましょう。起立。
But then I stopped them and I said we were going to give the New Year's greeting, and I told them that the New Year's greeting was 明けましておめでとうございます。
今年もよろしくお願いします。
In Japan, traditionally, when the teacher walks into the classroom, there is a student who is designated to signal the class to stand, to greet the teacher, and to bow.
Every morning, as we walk in, we greet the teacher. She has to stand up and she'll say, "Ohayo gozaimasu," and we bow and we say "Ohayo gozaimasu" to the sensei. It's just a show of respect.
まずこのグループは歌を歌います。日本の歌を歌います。このテーブルの上に歌の紙があります。いいですか？だからこのグループはこの歌を読んでそれから歌います。わかりますか？はい。それで次はこのグループです。このグループは何をしますか？読んでください。年賀状。はい、年賀状はこれです。英語で年賀状は何と言いますか？ いいえ、クリスマスカード。いいえ、年賀状。はい。はい、New Year's card です。はい、そうです。で、このグループはこの年賀状を作ります。
I wanted all of them to be able to gain as much experience and knowledge about the Japanese New Year's. And so therefore, I thought about the idea of having part of the group involved in activities while I had the other half of the class involved in an academic type of discussion lesson with me.
はい、各グループに一つ一枚紙があります。一枚紙があります。それからこの説明書は explanation があります。いいですか？そのグループはこの紙は何ですか？この写真。
お年玉。
はい、お年玉。お年玉は何ですか？わかりますか？
The 4 discussion groups were centered around certain products or practices, and I had each group initially set up to become the experts in their field. So the first groups that were together read about the New Year's foods, or the decorations, or the money that they received, or the New Year's cards.
おせち料理？
はい、これはお正月の食べ物です。お正月の食べ物。いいですか？だからこのグループはこの紙を読みます。読んでください。それから先生が時間です。時間ですと言ったときに、一人一人は新しいグループに入ります。アクティビティのグループとこの勉強をしているグループ、ディスカッションのグループがまた交代します。はい、質問がありますか？はい、それじゃあ始めてください。始めてください。
お年玉はお正月のプレゼントです。このプレゼントは In Japan, every New Year's, the kids get a little envelope with a certain amount of money inside, and it comes from all the relatives. The time that they give presents here is Christmas, but that's not really the time they give a lot of presents in Japan. All the big presents are on New Year's Eve.
子供たちはお父さん、お母さん、おじいさん、おばあさんと親戚の人から
The class is a second year Japanese language class. Some of them came up from the junior high school, and some of them were here last year as sophomores.
アメリカにはお年玉がありますか？いえ、はい。
いえ。何がありますか？
僕の家族はお年玉があります。でも
ありません。い
え、お金がありますか？はい、あります。お金が。
いえ。
いえ。
ありません。もらえません。
もらえません。
本当？はい。
新年あけまして。おめでとうございます。
漢字。はい。
平成10。
これは日本の年賀状ですね。日本の年賀状。アメリカでは何をしますか？
パーティーをします。
違う。これは年賀状です。アメリカでは何をしますか？これは何ですか？これは手紙かカードですね。カードです。カードを出して送ります。アメリカではカードを出しますか？
クリスマス。
はい、そうです。クリスマス12月にクリスマスカードを出しますね。はい、はい。で、日本はお正月に年賀状を出します。カードに何を書きますか？
明けましておめでとうございます。
はい。
書きます。
はい、と書きます。
The activities that the students were involved in at the back of the room were also typical New Year's activities. So they were not simply designed just to keep those students busy while we were moving around doing the discussion, but it gave students an opportunity to experience other typical Japanese New Year's activities.
Mayu? Like, はい。
上手です。
I also took into consideration the different types of activities using the multiple intelligences because I do have some students in this class who like to sing, students who are very active, students who are a little bit more academic, and students who are very artistic. And so I thought it would be perfect to have those types of activities designed in the classroom.
She got told high hair desk. She does. Kuni soraga kuraku narimashita. Cute. Hi. Kitsupu o kaemashita. Key. Yes. Hi, sorry. Yaku no renshu ni ikimasu. Yeah, yes. Hi, yeah.
After a given amount of time, after they had a chance to read through the material and to compare it to some of the practices here in this country or other cultures that were represented in the classroom, then I had them switch.
すみません。時間です。ローテーションをしてください。こっちのグループはこっち、こっちのグループは前に行ってください。
When we did the switch, I went to the food part next, and that was where we read a little paper about some Japanese foods eaten on New Year's, and then it asked us to compare it with some foods we ate in America and other countries.
Oshogatsu no asa ozoni o nomimasu. Ryori o tabete oso nonde to otoso o nomimasu. アメリカにはどんな食べ物を12月に食べますか？